Ever wondered if a butterfly flapping its wings today could cause a tornado in a different part of the world tomorrow? This intriguing question introduces us to the concept of the butterfly effect. It is the idea that small changes in a complex system can have large effects elsewhere. Imagine a domino chain reaction, where a tiny flick on the first domino can ultimately knock down an enormous one at the end. But the butterfly effect is not just about butterflies and tornadoes. It's a fundamental aspect of a broader principle known as chaos theory. This theory explores how unpredictable outcomes can result from deterministic systems due to their sensitivity to initial conditions. So, while the systems follow rules, the outcomes can seem random because of the sheer complexity involved. This is the world of the butterfly effect, where a minute action can ripple into a substantial impact. It's a cornerstone of chaos theory, which we'll delve into as we progress. This is the fascinating world of the butterfly effect, a cornerstone of chaos theory. Did you know the butterfly effect was first popularized by a meteorologist named Edward Lorenz? Around the mid-20th century, Lorenz was working on a weather prediction model, using a set of 12 equations to simulate weather patterns. During one particular experiment, he decided to rerun a simulation using a rounded decimal point, assuming the slight alteration wouldn't significantly affect the outcome. However, the results were startlingly different, leading Lorenz to realize that even minuscule changes in initial conditions could lead to drastically different outcomes over time. This discovery, later termed the butterfly effect, became one of the fundamental concepts in chaos theory. Lorenz's work highlighted the unpredictable nature of complex systems, such as weather patterns, where tiny variations can trigger a chain of events, leading to substantial changes. This notion was famously encapsulated in his rhetorical question, "Does the flap of a butterfly's wings in Brazil set off a tornado in Texas?" Lorenz's discovery was a significant milestone in the development of chaos theory. The butterfly effect isn't just about butterflies and tornadoes, it's deeply rooted in mathematics. To truly understand the butterfly effect, we need to delve into the realm of mathematics, specifically into the world of nonlinear dynamics and differential equations. The term nonlinear is key here. In linear systems, changes are proportional. If you push a pendulum twice as hard, it swings twice as far. But in nonlinear systems, things aren't so straightforward. Here's where it gets interesting. Imagine you're playing a game of pool, and you hit the cue ball just a smidge differently. In a linear world, the balls would end up in slightly different spots. But in our nonlinear world, that tiny change can make a huge difference to where the balls end up. This is a simple example of a complex and chaotic system. Now let's talk about differential equations. These are mathematical equations that describe how things change over time. For instance, they can describe how the population of rabbits in a field changes depending on the amount of grass available. Differential equations form the backbone of chaos theory, and they explain why small changes in initial conditions can lead to vastly different outcomes. In the context of the butterfly effect, we're talking about sensitive dependence on initial conditions. This concept means that tiny variations in the starting point of a system can lead to enormous differences in the system's later behavior. It's like rolling a ball down a mountain. The slightest change in the direction you roll it can determine which side of the mountain it ends up on. This unpredictability is what makes chaos theory so fascinating and so complex. It's why predicting the weather is so difficult, and why the flap of a butterfly's wings in Brazil could hypothetically set off a tornado in Texas. So, mathematically speaking, the butterfly effect shows us that small changes can have big impacts. Now, you might be wondering, how does the butterfly effect apply in real life? Well, consider global weather patterns. A minuscule change in atmospheric pressure in the Pacific Ocean can set off a chain of weather events across the globe. A slight temperature increase can lead to evaporation, which forms clouds, leading to rain in another part of the world. This sequence of events, seemingly unrelated, demonstrates the butterfly effect in action. Take another example from the world of finance. Stock market trends are highly susceptible to the butterfly effect. A minor news update about a company can cause a small group of investors to buy or sell shares. This action can trigger a ripple effect, influencing other investors to follow suit, leading to significant market shifts. Or think about traffic on your daily commute. One driver braking suddenly could cause the cars behind to slow down, creating a ripple effect that leads to a traffic jam miles behind, even when the original cause has long since disappeared. Even in the realm of health, the butterfly effect is at play. A minor change in lifestyle, such as incorporating a daily walk, can have a significant impact over time, potentially reducing the risk of heart disease and improving overall well-being. These examples show how the butterfly effect influences various aspects of our everyday lives. From weather to economics, the butterfly effect is everywhere. Let's dive right into how this fascinating concept influences the world of finance. Like the weather, the financial market is a complex system with countless variables. Small changes often lead to big outcomes, and this is where our butterfly flutters in. Imagine an investor in New York decides to buy a significant amount of shares in a tech company. This seemingly isolated event can ripple through the market, causing an increase in the stock's price. As the price rises, other investors take notice. Some may decide to jump on the bandwagon, further driving up the price. Others might view this as an opportunity to sell their shares and make a profit. This domino effect continues, potentially impacting the entire tech sector, the stock market, and even the global economy. But it's not just about one investor's decision. It's about the culmination of millions of these small decisions and actions happening every second around the world. That's why predicting market trends can be as challenging as forecasting the weather. Economists and financial analysts use sophisticated models, but they can't account for every butterfly flapping its wings. So next time when you see a sudden shift in the stock market, remember the butterfly. It's a reminder of how interconnected our world is, and how a small change can lead to a cascade of events in the financial world. So, what have we learned about the butterfly effect? This fascinating concept has taken us on a journey through history, mathematics, and real-world examples to understand how small changes can trigger significant impacts. In essence, the butterfly effect is a testament to the intricate interconnectivity of our world, showing us that even the most inconsequential actions might set off a chain reaction that can alter the course of events. We began our exploration with the historical origins of the butterfly effect, tracing it back to Edward Lorenz's meteorological research in the 1960s. His discovery that minute variations in initial conditions could drastically affect weather forecasts introduced us to the unpredictability intrinsic to chaos theory. This unpredictability found a mathematical home in the complex equations of chaos theory. The unpredictability doesn't suggest randomness but rather an intricate order that is incredibly sensitive to initial conditions. Hence, the flutter of a butterfly's wings in Brazil might set off a tornado in Texas. The real-world resonance of the butterfly effect is undeniable, as we've seen in practical examples ranging from traffic jams to viral social media trends. The most minor shifts can cascade into significant outcomes, illustrating the profound influence of this effect in our day-to-day lives. We've also delved into the economic implications of the butterfly effect, where slight variations in economic indicators can snowball into a full-blown recession or boom, underscoring the impact of this phenomenon on a global scale. We've seen the butterfly effect's role in complex systems, emphasizing how it can help us understand the unpredictable nature of various fields, from ecology to social sciences. Theoretical models have also given us a glimpse into the potential for predicting the butterfly effect, although with a healthy dose of caution due to its inherent unpredictability. And finally, we've touched on the ethical and philosophical considerations of the butterfly effect, reminding us of our responsibilities in a world where our actions can have far-reaching consequences. The butterfly effect, a simple concept with complex implications, truly shows us how interconnected the world is. And who knows, maybe the next big change in our world is starting with a butterfly flapping its wings right now.